Hey everybody, it's The Shape, and welcome to the Octagon. That was a bit overdramatic, but nonetheless, welcome to all my new subscribers. This channel took off better than I thought it would, considering it's my second channel and my main channel. For those that come over from my main channel, thank you, welcome, I appreciate you. And those who don't know about my main channel, go to it. Anyway, I debunk them both, but the benefits of this channel is I get to debunk or analyze anything that I want. It's not just strictly paranormal and stuff like that. I can go to true crime. In this case, that's what this is, about a man who vanished. I got some interesting stuff. Anyway, I know undoubtedly there's going to be a few that go,
well, hey, Shay, look who decided to finally post a video on their second channel.
shut up. Shut your mouth. But anyway, there was a guy from Australia, and he vanished off the face of the earth. And I mean, like missing 411 type vanish. And I'm going to use this channel called Disturban to help tell the story, to fill you up. That way I can expand off of it and show you some really interesting stuff that I found.
Paddy Moriarty was born in Ireland and was a retired ranch hand. He moved to Australia sometime in the 60s with only a few pounds in his pocket. He lived in a few various towns around the country and then settled in a town called Larimer. Not much is known about Paddy's early life. He has been described by friends as a larrikin, a jack-the-lad kind of guy with a good sense of humour who would do anything for his friends. He would wake up and head to the Larimer Inn, also known as the Pink Panther Pub, where he would clean and do various jobs for money. Larimer is a very small highway town 500 kilometres southeast of Darwin, which is around a 6-hour drive. The town had a population of around 12 or 13 people.
Now there's a reason I'm letting you hear all this. It's because I kind of want you to get the back layout of this case, just parts of it. And they're talking about how small this town was, and that's really relevant to what I got to say throughout the video. Like I said, near the end of the video, you're going to see an awesome catch, I can assure you. But yeah, a small town, 12, 13 people in it, remote. Somebody goes vanishing, and if there are suspects, like I said, if it was foul play, 13 people, I mean, you ain't got that many you got to go through, to find out who did it. But anyway, let's keep looking.
And is located on the edge of the almost 3,000 kilometre long Stuart Highway. To say it's secluded is an understatement.
Anyway, Paddy would often finish his duties at the pub and would enjoy a few Forex golds before making his way home. Paddy was a man of habit, so this would be his usual daily routine.
Now see, I learned about this Paddy guy because over this channel. And as I was listening, he was saying how this guy worked at this Pink Panther bar. And he worked there, he drunk there, and he was a patron there. So that told me that he would be there a lot, often. But anyway, let's just keep watching. I'll tell you why I come to think like I think. Yeah.
He lived by himself, but he was never short of company. The town saw plenty of visitors that were making their way through, and Paddy would often have a chat with them.
On December the 16th, 2017, Paddy woke up and got onto his red quad bike with his dog and travelled 200 metres to the Pink Panther pub for his morning shift. When he was finished, he kicked back and enjoyed a few of his favourite alcoholic beverages, Forex Gold. Paddy would always drink 8 beers, but that night he drank 10.
And I wanted you to hear this part too. Like I said, it'll be relevant here in a few. But the fact somebody drunk 2 more beers than they normally drink, that's not going to affect them that much. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. And if I drunk 24 or 26, it didn't make that much difference. Just saying, if you're a full-blown alcoholic, that is.
When he finished his last beer, he strangely called it his last supper.
He then left the pub just before dusk. He told his friend and boss Barry Sharp that he will be back in the morning to borrow the lawnmower. Paddy had been chatting to a tourist that night, and the tourist gave him a cooked chicken from the supermarket Woolworths to take home for his dog for dinner.
The next day rolls around, but Paddy didn't show up to collect the lawnmower like he said he would. His friend Barry simply assumed that he had a change of plan. But Paddy didn't show up at the Pink Panther for his regular 8 cans of 4X Gold that night.
Now, somebody should have jumped on that immediately, especially somebody who never, ever strays from a routine like that, especially an alcoholic. And one day it's all different and they don't show up. Should jump over on that immediately. And I reckon his friend, the guy that owns this bar, I think, or it might have been somebody that worked there, thought it was strange, but waited before they reported it, which is pretty weird.
The next day, there was still no sign of Paddy. His friend Barry was starting to get concerned. Barry went over to Paddy's house and looked around, but there was no sign of him anywhere. Paddy's car, quad bike and hat were all still at the house. Paddy was bald, so he would never leave his house without his hat. His beloved dog was also nowhere to be seen, and the dog lead was still inside the house. Barry thought that it would be best to give it one more day before contacting the authorities. The following day, on the 19th of December, there was still no sign of Paddy, so Barry and Karen made a call to the Darwin Police Department and informed them of the strange situation.
Now, do I find it weird that they waited that long? Yes, I do. But, you know, I also, in a way, I can understand why you wouldn't automatically jump and say, oh, something is definitely wrong here. I mean, me, myself, I would have reported it the same day because that's weird to me, but some people will probably see it as less weird. But anyway, there's a reason I'm letting you hear what I want you to hear, because this is the parts I heard when I was watching this Disturban video. I watched it all the way through though, and these are the parts that stuck out at me and made me go research. That's why I'm letting you hear it, because that way you'll understand when I tell you here in just a minute my big reveal.
In the meantime, Barry and the locals in the small town began to search the bushland that Paddy was known to walk around in. They found no sign of Paddy or his dog anywhere. By December the 21st, a search and rescue team, along with the police officers and the tactical response group, searched the bushland for any signs of life. The Northern Territory Police released a statement to the media asking the public for assistance in helping to find Paddy. Paddy's house was searched, and there it became clear that Paddy did make it home that night. His hat was on the cooler, and his glasses had been placed on the table, and the roast chicken that the tourist had gifted Paddy for his dog was in the microwave. Paddy had also been preparing some dumplings for dinner that had been left on the side too. There was no sign of struggle or suggestion of a planned exit. The man and his dog were just simply gone.
A small town like that, somebody knows something, but anyway, let's keep going, but we're almost there at the part where I'm telling you, I'm gonna blow your mind. Better believe it.
It almost appeared that they had vanished into thin air. 2 days later, the police stopped the search and rescue. The time frame in which it is expected to find a person alive had passed. From December the 28th to December the 30th, searchers were now focusing on finding any evidence they could, as foul play became suspected. During this time, the locals' houses and cars were searched, and the area around the town was searched too, covering 85 kilometers from Paddy's house. Worries began to grow that someone could have done something sinister to Paddy. Paddy had a heart condition, so at first, they thought he may have gone out for a stroll and suffered a heart attack or a heat stroke, or was maybe bitten by a snake. Those theories were becoming a lot less likely as time went on. So, what could have happened to Paddy? almost everyone in Larimer was called to give evidence at the courthouse in Catherine. And this is where things get very interesting.
All right, now here, that's what brings me, I wanted to let you guys get filled in on the main parts of the case that stood out to me in Disturban's video. Now, here's what I thought. Now, I thought, okay, this guy disappeared in December of 2017, right? Obviously. Okay, I said, okay, he's a Patreon to this bar, and he went to that establishment, and he worked at that establishment. Now, that means he was there often. And I thought, what are the odds that somebody, because they mentioned tourists, what are the odds that somebody went there and filmed this Pink Panther bar? Pretty good. And then uploaded it to YouTube. Pretty good, the odds. Then I thought to myself, well, what are the odds that somebody went there around the same time this guy disappeared, this guy Patty? What are the odds? Less likely, but possible. Then I thought to myself, well, what are the odds that somebody went there and caught Patty in the background at that bar on camera, being as he was there often? If somebody went there, it's likely they might have caught him. Now, you'd probably think, Shape, you got a better chance of hitting Powerball in the lottery. And I thought that at first as well. But I kid you not, I clicked and typed Pink Panther bar displays on YouTube. The very first video that come had like 100 views, about 8 minutes long, and I was like, oh cool, this is the bar. I get to see what it looks like on the inside. Now, what would you say if I told you the guy, our missing guy, is in the video? You'd probably say you're crazy. Let's check it out. Now, my eyes got that big around when I watched this video. Did you see him? He's literally right there sitting on that porch / restaurant area. Right there at the left of the door is this dude's walking in recording the place. Now, is it him? Or is it just somebody that may look like him? Well, I did a little bit of analysis on that as well. And let me show you what I found. Now, let's slow the video down and do a little bit of comparisons, because that's what we do. Needless to say, I was pretty shocked when I saw the guy that vanished off the face of the earth in the very first video I started researching. That's him right there on the left. It's absolutely crazy. But we got some comparisons to make. But that is him, and I'm going to show you why I'm 100% certain that that's our missing guy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's him. That's our guy. Now, he disappeared in December the 20-something of 2017. This guy's video, who I'll link in the description along with Disturban, his video in his description, he uploaded it February of 2018, just like 2 months. 2 months after this guy disappeared. Now, I'm willing to bet that this video was recorded near the same time this guy disappeared, because most YouTubers or anybody that films, they like to upload it as soon as possible. Sometimes they'll wait a day, a week, sometimes months. But they don't do years usually. Oh, I waited 2 years for no. So 2 months. I mean, this literally could have been filmed a year before the guy disappeared, or could have been filmed the same day he disappeared. Either one. I would be curious to know who this YouTuber is that recorded this, to know when exactly he uploaded it. Because if it was the same week or same month, then those people that are sitting around our guy that disappeared, possible suspects. Just saying, possible. We know it's our guy. Same shorts, same shirt with a little yellow tag, same hat, and even his little beer and his little beer holder. That's our guy. That's him. That's our missing guy. I was blown away when I saw him sitting there. But anyway, guys, I thought it was very, very interesting. I'm going to look more into this case. There might be more videos. I haven't went through a lot of them. Might be more videos with our guy in it. But this one was so close to the time he disappeared. Oh, it's unbelievable that you find stuff like that on YouTube. Anyways, I am really curious to see your guys' thoughts. Like I said, thank you guys for all you do. I appreciate you. And I'm going to upload to both channels a lot here in the future. So make sure you sub to both of them. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. Is this an awesome find or what? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.